Minneapolis, Minnesota. Right here is where it happened. Right here, Robert. This is where it all went down. This is where Shatner stood. Right here. Good old Shatner. You know, if Bill Shatner had punched one of you people, we could have said the shat hit the fan. We could have. And we would have.
And we were accurate.
Right here. This is where it happened, Robert.
Yep, right there.
These floorboards. These probably not very clean floorboards.
I was gonna say, ironically, that's also where I kicked a beer over.
Whatever. Point is, stuff happened.
Lots of
Magical stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Unbelievable stuff. Minneapolis, Minnesotans. How many of you were in attendance last evening for the Saturday Sunday? Let's make that a real blood-curdling scream. Again, how many of you were in the house? How many of you expected William Shatner to come out and introduce his band? You did not. Liars. I know who also didn't expect William Shatner to introduce the band. The band. and me. I think Robbie was the only one who was in the know. Everybody else was a surprise. Shatner and Robbie cooked this up on Twitter, am I right?
That's right.
On DM. What the kids call DM.
On the DM.
Did you keep it on the DM?
Kept it on the DL.
Oh, well, which is it? Pick a letter.
Well, we kept the DM on the DL.
Huh.
And then we all went to
TF.
Then we went to the DMV
OMG.
and renewed our license.
WTF.
OMG.
I didn't know what was happening. The band gets very psyched out before a show. Of course, they're trained professionals, musicians of the highest caliber, who care greatly for the craftsmanship of performing a show. Not today. Today they're phoning it in, but last night, last night they gave a crap. And Robbie, they're all psyched up, they're getting ready to do the show. Robbie's standing backstage, you go, let's get this going. We're ready to go. Where's the band? Like, he's doing his pregame warm-ups. Like, where's the band? Come on, guys. Let's huddle together. Let's do our ritual. Where's the band? Oh, they're doing Shatner selfies. All right, well.
I said, Rich, where's the band? And he's like, they're getting a selfie with Shatner. And we look over and sure enough, they're all like,
that was their game face last night. William Shatner was here. He introduced the boys on the stage, the band. Misha came out.
hey, you know what? It was a surprise for me. Mark Pellegrino.
Yeah.
In the house.
Pellegrino in the house. You know, it wasn't a surprise to me.
What?
The fantastic singing of Kim Rhodes. Not a surprise. Whoever can back it out. Not surprised by the adorable and always delightful Ruth Connell coming out here and killing it. That was just. And lovely new addition to the song list, the duet with you and Brianna Buckmaster was a true home run. I say keeper for the votes. When you check like the band practice, you tally votes and put one in the yes column from Space. From Stu Sutcliffe.
Not Brexit? You saying?
Re-exits? No, keep it. It was a great night. It was an epic night. It's one of those nights where you come out of it and you go, my God, that was a night.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
It was the kind of night that Richard stayed out for an extra drink. Usually when Pops has to call it quits. Right.
Yeah, Daddy likes to slumber. Takes a team of people to prop me up in the morning.
The last night you go, no, you know what? I will have one more.
You know why? Because that's what Shat would have wanted. If Shat knew me and or cared, that's what he would have wanted. He doesn't. But if he did, hypothetically, he would have told me to soldier on. He said, hey, you, old what's-his-face. You're not Rob, but I don't know who you are.
Or maybe you are Rob.
Go ahead here. Maybe you are Rob. I don't know. At this point, I don't care. I've introduced the band. I've introduced Luke and Swine. Luke and Swine, one of my favorite acts. It's just one of those nights. And you go, that was a night, and you come off stage, and you go, fellas. Well, there was that. And
Mike almost quit the band after he said, that's it.
That's weird.
Perfect show. I'm out.
Almost every Saturday show, he almost gets fired, so that was a nice switch.
And then we realized he's just low on batteries. Plug it in.
And then, just when he thought things couldn't get more thingy, the band proceeded to play, dare I say, an homage, a tribute to one of the city's favorite songs. And it's interesting because there's always been the little help thing that we did for a long time that was sort of based on Rob's experiences, and it was a really cool thing because that song was all outward. It was all about him, and you know, it's like sort of our small way to go, that was a great performer, a great man, great contributor to American culture, and this is the least we can do, is do a song for the guy in his hometown of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Of course, I'm referring to Prince. And though the band played the lights out of that tune, and the cast came up and sang with them, it was just awesome. You people with the purple lights, you folks in that one. That was awesome. That was cool. I was standing over here playing bass for that number and kept just doing long pauses in the bass, like scrambling for my phone to try to get which I didn't have my phone, so I was just patting my bottom. In case you wondered why I continually patted my bottom furiously at each break.
You should have shuffled over to Brianna and got like, hey, can you reach another bottom?
No, it's way down there. No, it's way down there. Besides, you know what Brandon would have said? No. Wisely. It may have looked like I had a squirrel in my pants, and I was trying to shoo it away from a previous, but that was not what was happening. I'm trying to get a camera out, take a picture, and it failed.
And ironically, you also have a squirrel in your pants.
Oh, nice. Hey, that's a design choice, and I stand behind it. Schmel gives me a picture, and it's a darn fine picture. It was an amazing night. It was one of those nights.
But how about an amazing day we're about to have?
Honestly, today, a bunch of dung beetles, a bunch of turds. I think it's nothing compared to last night. You know what I mean? Like, what do we got? We got nothing. We got
the B team.
Oh, I can look at the band and I know who's here.
That's so not important. They put them at the very top.
Yeah, I mean, that's embarrassing. I don't have my readers on. I mean, who's showing up today?
Okay, so we've got right to left. We've got Michael Coolins.
Michael Corcoran will be here. Yes, we'll have Misha Collins. Misha Collins is in the house today. Yeah. And there's these. I think there's some acoustic singing acts. These three guys, this trio, Jeffrey, Dean, and Morgan, are all here.
Jeffrey, Dean, and Morgan. That's
the three guys at the top. Jeffrey, Dean, and Morgan. They do religiously based, largely Christian, uplifting acoustic music. And it's worth every penny. I don't know what you paid, but it's worth it. And the photo ops with them were very clean and wholesome. Can you think of anything less clean and wholesome than Supernatural Dimension? I can't.
That's why I like it so much.
I think anything that has been built on a solid foundation of great writing, great acting, and safety is always going to get an interesting mix of people into it.
Yeah, definitely hold.
Like you're an interesting mix. You're Minneapolis. Where you start? Minncon, 2016. You're the only people who get to see this show in the theater. One of my favorite things is watching the surprised look on the actors' faces when they come out here.
Yes!
And have to walk across an actual stage to see the audience in their actual seats, under actual lights.
I was giddy last night with all the real estate I had to run around.
Although I saw your cord sort of cut you short a couple times. It was like a dog on an electric fence. He's like, hey, everyone,
I never. My stages are usually small enough, like I can walk right up to the people on the side.
Dude, our stages, you can usually go to the side, go to the back, go outside, get a beer, come back.
Yeah.
Not this time. Really, maybe time to go wireless, you know what I'm saying? Wireless would have been nice. You know what I mean? Plant the seed, Billy. He's talking shop with Billy. Billy loves dog shop. Real talker, that guy, Billy. Can't get him off the mic. Give me a second. I'm trying to entertain the crowd. It's not about you, Billy.
But Jeffrey Dean and Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean and Morgan, too. The upbeat Christian stylings of Jeffrey Dean and Morgan. Well, we're here to sing a song to you all. Hey ho, hey and ho. Speaking of singing upbeat music, a little round of applause for Loud Swain, who's been playing this song. Let's say a little hello to the fellas in the ensemble, shall we? Putting on a fantastic show as always, the Rhythm Meister, Mr. Stephen Norton. Brilliant. On the bass guitar. American made by American workers in factories in the Midwest. A man who's assembled by engineers, top engineers, from across this great land and Germany. Why Germany? Why not? An absolute feat of technology. The Funkmeister General, Robot Mike Borja. It's kind of an ethereal cat. Yeah, he's kind of drifting kind of moment there. I like that. We said it was a groove before that.
I was just gonna say, you set up the mellow.
And playing the sixth string. What can I say? Rides to town on his own horse. Guitar slung on his back. Steely looking aside. Leather pants. I made up the pants part. But I'm serious about the horse and the steely look, the guitar. A dangerous man. Nary a care in the world. He doesn't give a damn. He doesn't have to. Because he's in charge. He only answers to 6 things, and those are the strings on that guitar. Armed with only that, he travels this world, the loner. Going from town to town, breaking hearts. Does he love some ladies? Sure he does. Can you blame him? He didn't stay long, girls. We got things to do, and people to see, like his wife and children. They like to see. When he's done loving the other ladies, it's back to the home front for drop off and pick up at school. But even that he does on horseback, in leather pants, with a guitar strung on his back, which is hard because sometimes the kids need help with the backpacks, and he's got this stupid guitar on his back, and he's not on help, and then he bends down to greet the kids and slings over and hits the kid in the face. I'm sorry, sweetie. Daddy's got a gleam in his eye, the guitar in his back. I only answer to 6 things, these strings. What? Just go with me, it's a bed. Look, he's got an image to keep up. What if he's at the park and paparazzi shows up and takes a picture of him and he doesn't look angsty? How will they circuit today. They won't. They will just think he's a normal person. They will just think he's a guy with his family hanging out. We don't need that. We're trying to brand this man as a renegade. So he wears the stupid guitar around and he rides the dumb horse. And let me tell you something. That horse may look sexy going up to 405. But it's a bitch on carpool day. You know what I mean? When you turn to drive the neighbors, it's like, oh crap, the ranch. How would you need to tip on a horse? Would have killed the driver a smart car, anything. A moped. But no, not this guy. Why? Because he's angry. Got a chip on his shoulder. He's got a wound inside him, ladies. He can only be solved by music, by play, by saying to those 6 things running down the guitar. I understand you and understand me. We understand each other. Nobody else understands us. Nobody. I'll be right there, sweetie. Nobody understands us. Sure. So what does he do? He comes to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Parks the horse out back. Takes the guitar off his back. Snaps on his fake beard and takes the stage every day. To entertain you people because he knows you get it. He knows the power of music will creep inside you and live with you. And you will leave this room going, I don't know what happened, but it's Billy's fault. You're right. It is the man on the guitar, on the horse, with the fake beard and leather pants. It's Billy Moran. Wrote that intro.
He said, Billy, 5 pages seems like a lot.
You know, say on guitar, Billy Moran, you no, I wrote a little thing. I got this bit I'm doing. If you wouldn't mind. So I memorized it, Billy, I hope I didn't miss anything. I cut, you know what, I would have synopsized it, but we'll do the full version later. And fronting this ensemble, this musical group that came together, and now call themselves a band. Singer, songwriter, angler, reader, watcher of reality TV. Violinist, or a person who saws wood in a really weird position. I'm not sure. Guitarist, lyricist, and occasionally on the talkie box, you portray Scott. Ladies and gentlemen, Rob Benedict! Now, keeping with our theme, Rob will do some more homage to Minnesota through shaker performance. Now, it would be easy, a hell of a lot easier, if I agree, Rob would just give this tribute to Minnesota on the mic like a normal guy, but no, he wants to do it through shaker performance, because really, that's his gift to you. Because not a lot of people come to town and say thank you, Minneapolis, Minnesota, with shakers. Usually it's something stupid, like a speech.
This is not being done anymore.
No. Back in the old days,
the shaking salute was...
Yeah, it was the thing. Not anymore. Now it's considered old-fashioned. Well, we're old-fashioned, so be it. He's going to say thank you in the form of a shaker solo and interpretive dance. Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of Minneapolis, Minnesota, Robbie, Snowman. Let me see a shaker snowman. you know, the shakers don't shake much on the shakers. Whatever.
It isn't a shaker snowman, it's just a snowman.
Good point. One of the other things I've learned that's a commonplace treat, if you will, for the over 21 set here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. When you order a Bloody Mary, it comes with a steak sandwich, a cell phone, a picture of your mother, and an egg on it. And a sidecar of beer that they call a snit, which where I come from, a snit is an obnoxious person. So I was concerned when they said that my Bloody Mary came with a snit, because I didn't want some a-hole sitting at my table watching me drink my drink. However, it turns out it's a sidecar of beer. So, in honor of that, Rob, please, your shaker interpretation of the Bloody Mary with a snit. There goes the egg, and there goes the cell phone. Oh, there's more? And there's the snit. And Robbie, since all great things come in threes, why don't you give us a little... He never knows what I'm going to say. Ice fishing, Robbie. Some ice fishing. How about that? Cutting all the ice. Yeah. Drinking the Bloody Mary. And dying in the ice. There's your shaker solo for Robbie. Now it's like a murder game, sort of art. Now he's making sacred ground and sacred ground and sanctifying the ground. Now he's making a purpose dance. It says dead center is here. This is Holy Land. And oh, now he's Parmesan. It's the table side. She's there. And now it's Maracas. And now he's, oh, yeah, no. Robbie. No, he's pointing. I don't know. I'm lost. No. It's pointing. Now he's pointing. Now he's short tail. Now he's, oh no. I don't know what he's doing. Look at this. Robbie! Wait. Oh, he's up. He's up.
I'm trying to do the Tommy Lee drum solo.
Oh, okay. That was my next guess. Well done, Robbie. And thusly, you have now been introduced by the band Loud and Swaying. This is Sunday, people. You survived. We're doing this. This is happening. Boys, let's make it happen. Well done. How many of you in this joint are Friday people? Nice. How many of you are Saturday people? And how many of you Johnny-come-latelys? With better things to do all weekend. I'm kidding. How many of you are Sunday people? Welcome. How many of you, all of you, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday people, are experiencing your first supernatural convention? How many we got? Slide.
That means...
Should I be concerned?
No. It means they haven't heard any of our jokes before. We can...
That doesn't mean they're going to work. I mean...
Well, they didn't work the first time.
That's my point. They died the first time around. I'm not sure.
But if we reuse them, no one will know.
That's a good point. It concerns me for your safety, though, because so many of you have thought so long and hard about coming here, about seeing Jeremy Simpson. Yeah. You've dreamt about this. You've been watching this show forever. And you know what you figured out? They're looking right at you. Jared and Jensen have been staring at me through the TV for 12 years. Which is weird because when this show started, you were 4. But they have been. They've created a special bond. And like all great personalities / cult leaders, they have led you here. You could be at home watching the show for free. You could just pause it and ask them what their spirit animal was, and boom. It's like here to come. But no, you cried and kicked and cajoled your father out of a lot of money. So you can come here and see him in person. See what it's like. And I tell you, I usually am nervous for them when they're meeting Nisha, Jared, and Jensen for the first time.
Yeah.
But be honest, we have a strong fan base. They usually survive.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
Largely the crowd survives.
They survive, yeah.
I don't want to scare you. But when you add the Jeffrey Dean Morgan component, it worries me. It concerns me because that's a lot of masculinity in a room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a place.
And that's a lot of masculinity just for me in a room.
Yeah, well, certainly we're not exactly adding to the scale ourselves.
That's true. That's true. We're bringing it back down.
That's what they have.
That's why we're here, yeah.
To counteract the masculinity. There's too much youth and hotness out there. Sit down, put it in your space. Yeah, the thing is, I'm not worried necessarily for you. I think your experience will be good for the most part. Sometimes I think it's smart, you're like, buy a car, get a picture. Buy a car, get a picture. I think you made the right choice. Because a car can only do so much in this picture. Just photo up. It's gonna last forever.
Let's be honest. It can drive you around town.
Damn right. It can drive you crazy. You're scared. It stares back at you. You're like, I was there, I touched them, I smelled them. I saw the way they did photos of the other people. It was all shuffle in, shuffle out, shuffle in, shuffle out. Then I sat up and I saw, well, hello. They ushered me in. Not like the others. This was different. And they said, so what are we doing? They didn't ask the others that. When I said awkward prom, they said, okay. And we did awkward prom. Something happened.
Something happened.
I felt it.
Like you actually went to prom with them.
There's nothing awkward about it.
Nope.
Not a damn thing awkward about that prom. It's you and your boyfriend, Jared Jensen, Jeffrey, and Nisha. All rolled into one
hot sandwich.
Super hot man. Lumbersexual, tight-panted, bow-legged Trench Terry wearing unshaven. Massive height and hotness. You're going to connect with them this weekend in ways you didn't think were possible. Right now you think you're at a show, but when you get close to them, you will feel it. It will grip you. It will throw you around. Then it'll pick you up and dust you off and apologize. But nonetheless, it's going to happen. I just want you to be emotionally prepared. Because you're excited. You're on the edge of your seat. You've dreamt of this. You've been watching on YouTube videos of them coming out on stage, answering questions from fans like you. Fans who maybe don't understand them the way you do, but they try. And you dreamt one day I'd be there. I'll be there, damn it. I don't care what Dad says. Stupid dumb Dad. His rules. I'm going. And you're here now. And it's happening. It's all before you. The dream has become a reality. And you're going to pull up your phone. And you're going to film things. Because that's what you do. Why enjoy the experience in real time when you can be fumbling with an electronic the entire time? Why have the experience you can talk about later when you can be figuring out how to use your stupid camera right, and then you hit start in your pants, and then you held up and you hit stop. So you've got 45 minutes on the inside of your pocket, and then off during the talk, and then back on in your, I mean, what the hell? It's like it should have a Jared Jensen filter on the damn thing. It should know. It should turn itself on automatically when it sees Jared Jensen. It's just Don't enjoy the experience in real time. Film with the phone. Spend time doing that. And go home and show Grandma. She wants to know what all the fuss is about. What's the big deal? She remembers some shit heartthrobs in her day. Cary Grant. Somebody else in that era who's also handsome, who's not Cary Grant. I don't know. Point is,
Spencer Tracy.
and that Rock Hudson, when is he gonna find a woman in there? And that Liberace, I can't believe he's still single. My grandmother died wondering why no one would marry Liberace. The woman would regret thinking he's handsome, he's talented, he's very close to his mother, and his brother George. You are going to film this and show it to your grandmother, and I'm going to give you a piece of advice right now. I just want you to know that even though the camera is focused on the stage, the microphone is right next to your mouth. So when you play the video for your grandma, and she sees them answering a question, you can barely hear them, so you turn up the volume. What she's really going to hear is your heavy breathing and your comments to your friends of, my God, it looks like he was poured into those pants. Look at that bottom. Look at it. Sweetie, bottom of what? What are you looking at? Nothing, Grandma. Show's over. I'm just warning you because I care in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I just want you to... I want you to come here, meet your future husbands, have a nice time, film it, and not ruin your life at all when they realize that all you came for here was pure interest. I want to save you from yourself. That's what I'm doing. You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's my job. That's Rob's job. We have another job, too. And in this case, it's to say 3 simple words. Jeffrey Dean Morgan!
That's the city you're at, yes. How's everybody doing?
Jeff, I want you to know, before we leave you on stage,
Don't leave me.
well, the band's here. The band's here.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, here, look at that. Somebody brings you coffee. See, that's how you know you've arrived.
Aw, same.
I asked for coffee, they say, get it yourself.
It's liquor.
You are experiencing a supernatural convention. The only one we do anywhere that's in an actual theater. Like, we didn't just build this up at the circus, you know, it just existed before we got here. Yeah, and that just opened up today or yesterday. It was closed. It was closed like that, and then they opened it up.
The golden oval of awesomeness back there.
That was my nickname in high school. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Ladies and gentlemen, loud and friggin' swing. Right? God, I miss you guys. Just kind of want them to be behind me all the time, just like walking down the street. Talking to my wife, getting yelled at by my kid, just have loudest way to kick right in. How are we? Awesome. Huh?
What?
Dead car?
10-4. What?
10-4? I'm 50. can't hear shit. It's still not helping. Sounds like 10-4. You are awesome, Jeff. Is this how it's going to be today? What do you think? You're like seeing, I don't know, Richard Pryor and this is cool? I'll come after you. Still talking back there. Somebody give him a mic. No. That means shut up. Whoever's back there 10-4, and if you want to ask a question, you can stand in line. Tell me 10-4. Should we just start with questions and not wasting time with my horrible comedy routine? Yes? Let's start with questions. Or not, or I'll just freestyle.
You can go to that side. I don't know what to do.
Okay. Hi, sweetie. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm blessed. Okay, I've been following your career, and you've actually made me watch some shows that I really didn't want to watch.
I've done shows I didn't want to do, I get it.
I kind of stopped watching The Good Wife in the second season, then I heard you came, and I had to come back and watch it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming back and watching.
Well, everything you're in, I usually try to watch.
Oh, you are blessed.
So I tried to watch Walking Dead, and it lasted for a season or two.
Yeah.
Now you're Negan, and you're going to make me watch. My question is,
I'll maybe make you watch for one episode, and then you might be done.
if I watched the movie with you and Hilary Swank when you were chasing her around your building.
The Resident.
The Resident.
The Resident, yeah.
If I watch that, I'm pretty sure Negan is not going to scare me.
You have no idea. That was nothing. But continue.
My question is, how long am I going to have to watch Walking Dead?
If you can get past the first episode of season 7 and still want to watch me, you can watch me for a little bit. I'm going to be there for a while. Negan is still alive in the comic books. I want to say in the TV show world, we're like on episode or comic book 100, and it's like 156 in the comic book, and Negan's still alive. So if you do that math, that adds up to at least a few years on The Walking Dead for Negan. Yeah, it's cool. It's awesome. What's up?
Hi. What steps do you generally take when you're preparing for a role?
I guess it depends on the role. Sometimes there's no steps at all because you're just sort of thrown into something last second. If I think too much about something, I do a crappier job. I like to kind of be more spur of the moment. I went through a phase in my acting career where I thought I needed to do a lot of research, and I found that it just kind of bogged my brain down, and I couldn't kind of be free with what I needed to do. But it depends. Like sometimes if you're doing a comic book adaptation, you need to read the graphic novel. If you're doing I did a movie called Texas Killing Fields, and that was based on 2 real cops, and so I hung out with them and drove around in the back of a cop car in LA and visited some murders, and that was too much. I didn't need to do that. I could have faked that. But it depends. It just depends. Everything's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Did that answer that? Okay. 10-4.
Hello again.
Hi.
So, earlier I asked you about The Walking Dead. I'd like to ask you about your experiences on The Good Wife. I'd like you to confirm, because, everything on that weird on the internet is true. And I don't know that you weren't happy with the way the series ended.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, I said that kind of off the record to a guy, and then he printed it. Needless to say, good white people were thrilled that I had an opinion that wasn't positive. I didn't love the ending.
A lot of people didn't.
Yeah, I didn't love it, but as that article stated, that was me kind of being selfish with a character that, you know, I wanted to end with some sort of dignity, or I don't know, a closing of one of the many storylines that they opened up and it never closed. So.
Did they have any idea about where the storyline was going to go?
No, nothing. I did that show, one, because it's been such a good show for so many years. Two, Julianne is a good friend of mine, and three, it was in New York, and I spent so much time away from my family. It was an opportunity to be home. I'm glad I did it. I loved working with Juliana. She was awesome, and the whole cast was awesome, but I was very confused by the ending of this show. I just was, you know, mostly because I'm an asshole and wanted it to be about me, and it wasn't, which is incredible.
I can tell you I didn't like the ending either.
Well, I just would have liked to have seen something kind of come to a conclusion, in one way or another.
Agreed.
I thought they just opened up more questions and expected the audience just to walk away skipping, and that's a hard deal. Sorry, Robert Michelle King. He said it again. Call his agents. Ungrateful bastard. Such is life. Hi.
I was wondering, with acting, you often have to do a lot of things where you're like talking to people who aren't there, or like doing things that aren't necessarily the same correlation on the camera. And I was wondering if ever you were sitting there thinking about it, that out of context you look ridiculous. And I was wondering if there was any time that you like really.
Every second of every day. Right now. It's kind of just what we do. I don't know. I've never done like a movie like it's all green screen where like a big dinosaur is going to attack. Mostly because I think I would just giggle my ass off. I don't know if I could keep a straight face that long, but I don't know. If you do one of those bad shows we were talking about earlier, you feel embarrassed constantly. Like, oh, I can't believe I did this. Oh, just money, just need money. But hopefully most of the stuff that I do, I don't get embarrassed about. At least at this point in my life. I did an episode of Star Trek a long time ago. Yeah, whatever. It was all prosthetics, and it was miserable, and there's no way in 20 million years you'd ever know it was me. Ever. And I wanted to quit acting. After 1 week on that show, being in prosthetics, being a snake reptilian boy, I was like, I am done. And then like 2 weeks later, I got Supernatural. Thank God I didn't quit. That was incredibly embarrassing and crappy. Does that answer anything? Or am I just going off on tangents? Sweet.
Hi.
Hi.
My question was, which role did you like better, playing Denny on Grey's Anatomy or John on Supernatural?
Gotta remember where I am. They were both at the same time, and they were both super awesome because they were vastly different. And it was kind of the beginning of me having a career after being an actor for 25 years. I mean, understand that was, 12 years ago now, that both shows happened simultaneously for me. So to pick one or the other is crazy. They were both awesome because, for one, I got to show that I could act a little bit because it was two different roles. John and Denny are completely different things. And I just felt so lucky to be working at all. You know, I spent, like I said, 25 years of not being able to pay rent. You know, it was a struggle to keep dog food in the bowl, much less food on my plate. So, you know, it was just, I was really lucky to be on two such awesome shows at the same time. It was just a pure luck, I think, you know? So I can't pick one out of those two.
Well, I loved you on both of them.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to play them there. That's a big ass stage.
Hello.
Hi.
What is your favorite convention experience that you've had?
Right now, that question. You know, I think my favorite one was the Vegas thing because it was my first supernatural convention ever. And it was just so cool to kind of meet everybody and these guys. I mean, I met a whole group of like the supernatural world that I'd never met before because I was in like season 1 and 2. So all these guys have been part of the show for 10 years. I got to meet for the first time. And that was awesome. And they're all such cool folks. It's a big, huge family. So to kind of come in and meet everybody and be Daddy Winchester for a couple days again. It's a cool deal. So that was probably my favorite. This is my third now. I wish I could do more because it really is. It's so great seeing everybody and you know, everybody knows how I feel about the two idiots that are in the show. So to hang out with them, we were out all night last night playing bocce ball and drinking beer and all the stuff I said I wouldn't do because I had to work all day today. We did. It was great. And so I think that my favorite experience is probably the first one because I felt like, oh, this is what I've been missing for the last 10 years. What an idiot I am. 10-4?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hello, darling.
What is up?
This question is actually on behalf of my best friend, Linda. She came up with the idea.
Who the hell's Linda?
Linda, wait. Okay, so
I got you back, Linda.
we understand that the writers are the ones that come up with what you say and what you do, but from your own personal opinion, and I don't know if you've watched any of the past 11 episodes or 11 seasons, what would John's advice be to the boys with everything they've gone through now if he could have a conversation with them?
I don't know. I haven't really seen the show. Every now and again I'll catch a show and be confused about who these people are. And, I just found out last night that Samantha's back on the show. I was like, what? I saw her ass burning on the ceiling. There's no way. I guess my advice is, yeah, anybody could come back.
I just wanted to say, P.S. I love you.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I love you too. I like that dress. You know what I'm going to say right about there, right? That's exactly right. Interactive experience.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. So I know you just said that you don't watch a show very often, or you didn't.
I know, I'm horrible. I've got it all on DVD and someday I'll watch them all.
But, so hopefully you can answer this question, but it was...
I'll lie.
If Negan were to somehow enter the supernatural world, who do you think he would kill first and why?
Mark Shepard, just had a principle. Mark Shepard somewhere right now backstage just like, fuck him. Fuck him. He's my friend.
Hi, Jeffrey. I love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
Actually, my question is for my girlfriend that's way up there.
What's up with all the friends not wanting to ask questions?
Carmen can't.
Oh, lottery. Congratulations.
So Carmen is not able to walk down here. And if you could wave and say hi to her.
Yeah, where is she?
She's over there.
Oh, I got you.
Yep.
Hi.
And
You're going to get your question answered.
Carmen's question is, would you rather play a villain or a good guy?
Well, right now I'm in full-on villain mode. And I'm having a blast. Okay, you saw what I did there. And just dropped the F-bomb again. Yeah, Yeah, I'm locked in right now. I'm in the middle of filming season 7. We're about midway through, so I'm full on villain. That's why I'm not gonna take any shit from people back there saying 10-4. This has been an extraordinary experience being on The Walking Dead this year, and this role in particular is probably the hardest, most fun, kind of all-in-one, don't sleep craziness that I've ever experienced, but it is something. I mean, I can't stress enough that if you were one of those people that were all like, oh, fucking cliffhangers, you're gonna be really wishing that the cliffhanger never ended after you see the first episode back. So, be careful what you wish for.
Thank you.
Thank you. Villain is the answer, by the way, in case I missed that part of it.
Hi, I'm asking this question for my friend Sid. What's the biggest thing you've learned from being on Super?
Let me ask you a question, all of you. So you won a lottery, but nobody had a question that won the lottery? Like you entered to ask a question, and now you're just asking friends questions.
And I'm with someone who's a Supernatural fan.
Oh, and you're not a fan. This is getting better.
It is some people.
All right, give me your question.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from being on Supernatural?
The biggest thing I've learned from being on Supernatural, and I learned it immediately in doing it, is that there are actors and people involved in our business that are super awesome people. And that's, believe it or not, that's kind of rare. That's why it's kind of so cool to be part of this and this family. It's a rare thing that you're in a group of people that you want to spend time with, you enjoy each other's company, that are total pros, that are good at what they do. It's just a rare thing, and I think that was very inspiring to me 12 years ago. That these kids, they were friggin' kids then, you know, had their shit together as much as they did, and it so continues. I mean, we sat last night, the three of us, talking until 2 in the morning, and God, they're just awesome dudes, you know. And I think that's the most important thing that I learned from Supernatural, is that there's really great people out there. Yeah.
I love you very much and I enjoy every every movie and show you've done.
Oh, thank you.
My question is, what brought you to act into movies and shows?
It was a total accident. I was living in Seattle and I made a living. I paid my bills by construction work and painting. And I used to sell paintings at bars that my friends that were musicians were playing at. And those musicians turned out to be like bands like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Alice in Chains. At that time, we all were like sucking in life. I mean, we couldn't pay bills, and because I had zero musical talent, I remember once my friend put me in his band because I looked cool, and I played the synthesizer, which at that time was a thing. But all I could do was like wind, so I would play lead. I would do the intro of the songs, just and look cool. I did like 3 shows with him, by the way, and that sucked. And so I had a friend at that time in Seattle that was an actor moving down to LA, and so I drove the U-Haul to Los Angeles, figuring I'd be gone, 2 weeks, and we just party our asses off. We'd never seen Sunset Boulevard or anything, and I met a casting director who said, you should give this a shot, and I had nothing else going for me, and I'm like, all right. And I got a guy named Roger Corman. He did like 900 movies a year for a budget of like $50. I got a lead in a movie that he was doing, and I played a killer pimp. Yeah. It was awesome. And I didn't know what a mark was, or I didn't know anything. I'd never done anything. And that was kind of my first experience, and I got that movie right away, so I thought, well, this isn't hard. I mean, I just got to lead in the movie. I remember like driving down Hollywood Boulevard with a camera mounted to a convertible Cadillac thinking, this shit is, I'm gold, man. Let's pick out the house in the Hollywood Hills. Got to 25 years later, and I'm fucking wearing the Zindi reptilian mask in Star Trek. Thinking, oh boy, I shouldn't put my eggs in this basket, boy. And that was kind of how it started. And then I went to, there was an acting coach named Howard Fine, and I couldn't afford his classes, so I used to sweep up. And I got kind of an introduction to what acting was supposed to be, and I just loved it. And I once you kind of get a taste of it, if it's in your blood, it's in your blood, and that's kind of how it was for me. And that was it. I fell in love with it. And thank God it worked out, because I don't know what I'd be doing right now if it weren't for the fact that Supernatural and Grey's Anatomy popped up finally.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Great story, dumbass. Guy thinks he's all tough because he plays fucking Negan. Giving a shit to yelling. See, I don't even need you guys anymore. I heckle myself.
Hi, so Walking Dead fan as well. And we know working with Jared and Jensen is like working with giant puppies. How does that compare to working with Norman Reedus, who's also a giant puppy?
Yeah, very similar in their puppyhood. Norman he's like my long lost little brother. All we do is ride motorcycles. I mean, I have to work sometimes, but when I'm not working, I'm generally ditching my kid and my wife to go on a motorcycle ride somewhere. It's not a good thing. You shouldn't encourage me ditching my wife. But I can't tell you if I work with him or not. You know what I mean? Maybe I work with him. Maybe I haven't. Oh, listen, and the crowd turns. What? That was even a possibility 5 seconds ago in my brain. I told you if you get through 701, it's going to be something. Good luck getting through 701. Norman, off camera, is still a big cuddly teddy bear. And he's an awesome dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, I can't answer any, direct questions. That was tricky, though.
Hi, I'm Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
I really love Magic City, and I was just wondering if there's a role that you had to say goodbye to that you wish there was more to explore out of your whole career. Which role would that be?
I think Magic City's a good one. I think John Winchester's a good one. I've always thought that there was a lot of story that we don't know about John Winchester. And we'll see if we ever get back to it. But you probably know more about one day. Every time I come to one of these, someone starts talking about John Winchester, and you got to remember that I died in season 2, and lots of stuff has been said about him and done. And I'm aware of a little bit of it, but I don't know exactly where John sits right now in the story and what kind of man he was. I still think there's a story to be told there, though. I like Evans, for sure. Magic City. I love playing him, and we're supposed to make a Magic City movie, and I hope that someday we do.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be a cool way. Because I always felt like that rug got ripped out from us way too early. Losers? Yeah, we talked about Losers before. Yeah, that one hurt too. Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah, Clay was a good one. So let's go with those 3. Let's go John Winchester, Losers, and Ike Evans.
All right, thank you.
I've got a lot of regrets. Go on and on. Why'd that end? 10-4, Morgan. Shut the fuck up.
movie or idea that you would like to see developed, that you would like to be involved in?
The one off the top of my head was a book, and this is when I was doing Grey's Anatomy, believe it or not. But it wasn't Grey's Anatomy. It was a book called Racing in the Rain. You want to read that? And I lost it in a bidding war to Patrick freaking Dempsey. I went after the rights to the book, and little did I know that Mr. Race Car Driver did too, and guess who got it? Not the guest star dude. And I've always thought about that book, and I know he's been trying to develop it. It's been in development hell for 10 years, but that book I like a lot. You'd be amazed. Every once in a while I'll read a book, or Hillary will read some. Hillary reads tons all the time, and so she's always like, try to get this one, and I'll call my lawyers, and I'll be like, what do you got on this book? And, you know, they're all bought up now before they even go to print. It's impossible to find anything these days, because they all get bought up, and they all sit on a shelf for 10 years, and then the rights will eventually come free, because they don't make any of it. It's just pure greed by the studio system. No one's recording this, right? Because right now I'm like digging a hole for like the studios and the Good Wife people. I'm just like 10-4. Is that good enough? I don't know.
Yeah, would you consider writing something for yourself? Is there an idea you have that you want to develop on your own?
I've had ideas a couple times in my life, and then they go away. I've been so busy working. Hillary's the kind of the smart one in my family, and I know she's writing a script right now, and I can't wait to read it, you know. I love her too. So we'll see. We'll see. Yes, if I stop working for more than like a week, I would love to like write a book or a script.
Awesome, look forward to it.
Thanks, me too. Someday.
Hi.
Hey.
Before my question, I want to give a shout out to my friend Gabby, because she's
Gabby!
extremely jealous and I'm up here. And she wants me to tell you that she loves you very much.
I love you. Is she here?
Yeah, she's over there, right standing up.
Oh, it's my Watchmen girl, Silk Spectre. Love you.
If you could play any other character in Supernatural besides John Winchester, who would you play?
Oh, I'd be Dean. Yeah, he's a smart ass. I love Dean Winchester. He's a boy after his father's heart. I mean, they're both great characters. I don't know, Mark Shepherd's got a fun role, and so does Misha. Those are all kind of good roles. But I think they're so good because those guys fleshed them out. So maybe they wouldn't be as good if I tried to do them. But in watching, my first reaction would be Dean Winchester, because I think there's a certain kind of charisma and sense of humor that guy brings to stuff that is awesome. I don't think I can do it as good as him, but...
Quick question. How did you get your cameo role as Bruce Willis's dad in the Batman movie?
Bruce Wayne?
Bruce Wayne.
I was putting that all together as you were saying. I'm like, Bruce Willis's dad? God, I remember doing that role. I gotta stop drinking. Zack Snyder called me and said, hey, he called me like a year before they even started the movie, and he goes, I got a role for you that I want you to do. Will you do it? And I'm like, what's the role? And he goes, I'm not going to tell you. And I said, okay, I'll do it. I love Zack. He directed me in Watchmen, and yeah, thank you. He's just a cool dude. He's just one of those guys that if he ever calls and I'm available, I'm going to do whatever he wants. So, you know, I got to be Ben Affleck's dad. Bruce Wayne's father. Yeah, that's it. I had to do the math on that. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, cool. You're welcome. Bruce Willis.
Hey, Mom.
I can imagine he'd be like, yeah, you look old enough to be my dad. This works for me.
Hey, hot stuff, how's it going?
It's going good. How's it going with you?
Good. I just want to know, who do you think would win in a fight? John Winchester, the comedian, or Negan?
Wait, the comedian was forced to be reckoned with, and John Winchester, I wouldn't want to fuck with him either, but yeah, I think it's Negan. I just think that he's a badass. My kid even is like, that guy's a badass. He knows it's like me, but he's just like, that guy. That guy's a badass. And he's like, call me Little Badass. I'm not kidding, by the way. I call my son Little Badass. L-I-L, badass. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Negan. Just because I'm doing it right now, and the more I get to know Negan, the scarier he is to me. If that makes sense. Yeah, he's a lot. He's a lot. I wouldn't fuck with him. 10-4, Jeff. Is it time for Jerry Jensen yet, for fuck's sake? Fucking love you too.
So many of the actors in the supernatural community support nonprofits and are very vocal in their advocacy of various causes. Could you tell us a little bit about some of the issues or causes that you're passionate about?
Suddenly I'm going to be like the big dork that doesn't do anything good for anybody. Hillary and I are involved in a couple things right now. One is kind of up where we live. There's a hospital for mentally ill kids that we've been very active in trying to get some money for because it's just in really, really bad shape. And that happens to be something we're kind of doing right in the middle of it right now. And then I've always done stuff for animals. I've always been like, I love you folks, but I'm much more an animal person than I am a people person. I love that you guys all cheer that on. Yeah, so I've had charities, you know, saving dogs and cats, and I rescue animals, and we have a farm now, and we rescue animals, and so we got a no-kill farm, so we've got all sorts of stuff. Yeah. So that's the charity I should start, Jeff's No-Kill Farm, because it's making me broke. But yeah, the hospital, and every year I try to help one of my friends that usually's got like legit things going on, and kind of focus on that. So every year I try to do something different, but right now we're trying to keep kind of our home in good shape, as far as where we live, and this hospital is kind of a big part of that. So if we can help those kids have a decent place to get better.
Hi.
Hey.
I got sort of an odd question for you.
Sure, come on.
I'm just wondering what your beliefs are on the paranormal, if any.
It depends on what day you catch me. Like if I'm sleeping in a haunted house, I think it's real. I've never been a huge believer, but that's only because I've never had like really crazy stuff happen to me. My wife is a massive, huge believer. Like we go somewhere out of town and she wants to go on like ghost tours and stuff. I think it's weird. My kid's eyes get this big, and I'm the one that's up with him in the middle of the night when he's like, ah! Yeah, talk to your mother. It's probably not a great answer, but we've talked about this before, like Dybbuk box and stuff, and I'm like, I poo-poo it all until someone wants to bring me the Dybbuk box. I'm like, no. I don't want to test it. But I watch all those shows about, you know, UFOs and ghosts and like ghost hunting. Never seen one. I keep waiting to find Sasquatch too. Where's that dude? Canada? I believe you. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. When I grew up, apparently, you know, Bigfoot lived in my backyard, and I looked daily. My wife, again, is a big Bigfoot believer, and so me and her dad carved wooden Bigfoot feet. Like, in great detail, that were, you know, they were probably 18 inches big, and we lived up in the middle of nowhere in New York, and so me and her brother would strap them to our feet and run around through the woods, and Hillary would go into town, in this little town we lived in, and like go into the whatever store and be like, there's fucking Bigfoot here. There's Bigfoot. And she's like, Jeff, I gotta call the newspaper, the local news, and we gotta call the cops. So finally I had to say, it was me. Matter of fact, I think that she found out that it was me doing a talk show. I was doing the Jay Leno show, and I brought a picture of the feet and was like, sorry, honey. She didn't talk to me for a while. That didn't go well.
Hi,
Wow, was that your face in the mic?
I was going down and the mic was coming up. It was a bang.
Wow.
I'm Riley.
You got that, right, 10-4?
You're great. I love you. And I love your role on Loser. I'm sorry, you're just really close and it's making me really No, please just come. But I loved your role on The Losers. I was wondering what it was like working with Chris Evans, and would you ever do a Marvel movie, if offered?
Chris Evans is awesome.
Yeah.
He's a super cool dude and funny as all get out. And I mean, really, that was one of the better times I've ever had making a movie. It was just, you know, dudes running around being crazy. I mean, that's what it was. The movie and off camera, it was all kind of the same. It was a blur for me. Would I do a Marvel movie? Yeah, except for, you know, my problem is I'm sort of locked into this DC thing. You know, I keep doing, Losers was DC, Watchmen was DC, Batman, Superman, that was DC. So I don't know if Marvel would ever touch me, but maybe they would.
That'd be great.
At Comic-Con, I always run into like somebody from Marvel who's like, oh, don't worry, we're gonna get you something. That's kind of what they say at Comic-Con, yeah. So we'll see, maybe, yeah.
So?
I'd like to do like the villain in Ant-Man, so I could go kick Rudd's ass. I could be like that honeybee. You're welcome.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, so my question is, you go from playing like TV's heartthrob and Grace to the father figure in Supernatural to like TV's most anticipated villain in The Walking Dead. What is your, I guess what would be your favorite role to play as far as that goes?
Well, the one I'm doing. I mean, you know, because I'm doing it right now. But I mean, when I was doing Grey's Anatomy, there was nothing better. When I was on the set doing John Winchester, there was nothing better. But by the way, those are 3 examples of shows that would be in like my top 3 of like all the shows I've done. I mean, if you said, oh God, I can't really try. I've already dissed on so much stuff. But there's other roles that I would just leave out of the conversation, as we're doing right now. You know?
So good guy or villain?
Well, we answered this earlier. Right now, I'm all about villains.
All about villains?
Yeah, I'm all about villain and unique and stuff.
It was a long wait this season for you to come up on Walking Dead.
It was a long wait, but you know, the wait's almost over, and then you're gonna be like, oh man, I hate that guy. I mean, I hope not, but I'm prepared. I'm prepared for people to freak the fuck out and not like me. It might happen. It might happen. I'm not even trying to like overplay it. You guys may freaking hate me when it's all said and done.
Not likely.
You might.
No.
You say no. Hey, will you guys all do me a favor? Here's what I want to do. My time's almost up. We're gonna take a, I just joined Twitter. It's very fucking exciting. I'm gonna do 2 tweets. I had one ended last night, and one's gonna be right now, but we're all going to flip off Norman Reedus. It's gonna be great. And I'm gonna tweet it. But look, I made him a sign saying, we all say hi, Norman. All right. Where are you? You there?
Wrong side.
All right, people. Give him the finger. For Norman.
Nice!
If there's one thing this crowd knows how to do, is to give you the finger. They've done their homework, these people.
I do like the finger.
Yeah.
Give me the finger.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeffrey Dean.